stream, we will put the notes in the YouTube about what song that was, but it was Cellular Upgrade is what that was called. So I just want to talk about a couple of different housekeeping things. So many of you ask if we're going to put the playlist for the music. Yeah, we can do that. So we'll post it into the Manifested with Kathleen Cameron Facebook group. So please just look for it there. But you can get any other information that you want from my team. So if I've mentioned a book, if I've mentioned an author, if I've mentioned a song or played a song or whatever else, you can get it from my team. We will do a guided visualization at the end today. So at the tail end of today, we will end with a guided visualization that I'll take you through. So just hang tight for that one until the end today. So this is our VIP day, which I love this day so much because what ends up happening is those that have persisted until day 3 are the ones that are really ready for change. And they're the ones that are really, really ready to take that next step in making a difference in their own lives. So if you are on here or you're watching this replay or you are on the YouTube live stream, I'm going to assume that you are somebody that wants to grow and expand and ascend and create a different experience of life for yourself. So that's beautiful. And I'm going to act in that assumption today. So I'm going to talk to you like you are ready to ascend. That's the conversation that we'll have today. I will talk a little bit in a few moments about what we have open for enrollment right now and some special offers that I have. But I will also have an interview too today. So we're going to talk to Natalie today. She'll be on about 10:45, 11. I just want to say that there's something very interesting happening right now, and energetically, it's very powerful and very important. And I want you guys to, I want to let you in a little bit into my heart of what's happening. So my goal for these 3 days was to help you to tap into a higher level of love than you've ever experienced. That's all I really wanted to do, was just to help you feel love so you could see what that experience is like and then know for yourself how to tap into it and then obviously move yourself out of fear. But what has happened is that it's tapped me into a higher level of love than I've ever experienced in my life. So now I'm like, I couldn't sleep last night. I was like laying in bed, just like, oh my gosh, everything is so amazing. Life is so good. I love this and I love that. And I love me and I love these people and I love this world and I love this experience. And I love that this happened. And I love that that happened. And, you know, and that's why I did a post last night just saying like, I am just so in love, like in the feeling of love. And, you know, I've said this before and I believed it, but now it's like, okay, I believe it even more, you know, that there is always a higher level of whatever experience it is that you want to experience. So there is a higher level of love than you've ever had, a higher level of gratitude you've ever had, a higher level of joy, a higher level of confidence, a higher level of faith, a higher level of independence, a higher level of resilience, a higher level of discipline, a higher level of success, a higher level of growth. So it's really, really important that we, the ones that have this ability, continue to rise, continue to ascend, continue to seek a higher experience of what we're experiencing in this moment right now. And what you might find is that you might look onto other people that aren't experiencing the world the way you are, and you might get a little like frustrated with them, or you might get a little sad for them, or you might just be like, oh, come along this ride with me. But what I want you to recognize is that it is up to you to detach and untether from whatever it is that's holding you in the matrix and allow yourself to rise up first. They will follow you. They will come with you. They will be inspired by you. You don't need them to be with you. You don't need anybody alongside you that's in your life right now. You don't need anybody to give you permission. You don't need anybody to tell you yes. You just need to choose you and choose to elevate and see that all of these higher level experiences are available right now. And me deciding to rise and elevate and to become a different version of me has changed everybody's life around me. Everybody's life. And if I had have listened to what everybody around me thought, if I had have stayed in that type of world, that it was normal to be cranky, that it was normal to complain about life, that it was normal to gossip about people, that it was normal to get pissed off and to get frustrated during the day, that it was normal to end the day in a state of stress. If I had have decided to stay there, they would all still be there. But I had to decide to be different. And I had to decide to choose a different experience. And so now everything in my life is completely different, and all the people in my life are completely different. And I have the same people there. I have my mom and dad in my business with me. I have my sister in my business with me. My daughter's father is in this business with me. My daughters came to LA with us to the Diamond Academy meetings and were with us while we were there. So it's so important that you choose you for what it's going to do for others, but you have to choose you first. You have to. And so let's not try to change people. Let's try to change ourselves, and the rest will follow, and the rest will come together. One of the things that's really powerful for me too is that I used to believe things were hard. I used to believe things were difficult. I used to believe that in order to change, in order to make more money, in order to have a greater experience, in order to have a greater business, in order to help more people, that it had to be hard, that I had to go through the rough, that I had to work more, that I had to earn it. There are people that wear this badge of honor of earning it. They can't be successful unless they've really worked hard and they've been through it. And there are people out there that are going to say that it's ludicrous to believe that you can achieve more in your life by doing less, that you can be in a state of love and joy and absolutely love your life and love your business and love your finances. There are people that are going to think that it's ludicrous that you can be in your feminine energy, okay, meditating, visualizing, journaling, going to the spa, going for walks, playing with your kids, and make money at the same time, because they don't understand it. They don't know it. They haven't experienced it. They have been taught that success comes through hard work alone. And that is not the way that the world is working anymore. The world has changed, and the world is waking up. The feminine energy is now changing the way we do things, and it's changing the way the world works. And you are going to see more and more people ascending, elevating, rising, that are living good lives, that are happy, that are fulfilled, that are whole. I truly 100% believe that you can have it all. You can have it all. What does all mean? All the love, all the joy, all the gratitude, all the success, all the money, all the relationships, all the health that you desire. I have had an absolute phenomenal external transformation. Okay, so people are talking to me about it a lot, and I know that it's very visible and you can see it. Okay, I get it, I'm aware of it. But what you cannot see is the internal transformation that has led to this. So much of my life, I was hating myself to try to become the best of myself, and the best meant thinness. So I would talk down to myself, I would dislike myself, I would think I was a problem that needed fixing. I would think that I was unhealthy. Certainly, the world will tell you if you are in a curvy body that you are unhealthy, and that is not true. And so I perpetually was trying to become better, eat healthy, exercise, be thin, to meet a standard that I thought meant success. And so I would not believe that I was good until I was there. And so what would I do? I would go on deprivation, starvation. I would restrict myself and deprive myself. I would limit my calories. I would write every piece of food down that I ate. Ludicrous. I am not writing down what I eat every day in a journal. I'm not doing it. That is not living a natural, sustainable life. It is not. I'm going to eat what I desire to eat. And I'm going to change what I desire to eat by reprogramming my subconscious mind, changing my beliefs. So I now love salads and protein, and I love shakes and fruit, and I love eating healthy, nutritious food because I reprogrammed my subconscious mind to. I didn't tell myself I have to and write it down and force myself to eat it. I reprogrammed myself. And now I love it. And I don't desire what I used to desire. I used to say, I have such a sweet tooth. Oh my gosh, I love sweet. I could just like overdose on it. I'm not saying that anymore. Are sweets good? Yeah, we all know they are. But I'm not going to put that in my identity. My identity is that I love nutritious food, that I love to fuel my body well. I love to exercise. I love to hike. I love to work out with my personal trainer. I love to walk every single morning. So for the first time in my life, I have released, I don't know, it's probably 80, 85 pounds now. 3 to 4 dress sizes with ease, naturally, living a beautiful life, loving every moment of it, and not hating myself to do it, but loving myself to do it. And it's not to look a certain way. It's not to look a certain way at all. I don't want to look thin. I love my curves. I think they're sexy. But it's about longevity. It's about taking care of my vessel. So every single day, I do the things that are going to help my body live here for a long time. Not look good. Look good. Subjective. Matter of opinion. Which this opinion's changing because curves are becoming more pleasing to the eye the more people see how beautiful they are and how powerful they are. So here's the thing though, and the reason I give that example is that everything that you do in your life, this idea of wholeness, becoming the best of yourself, can be done in a way that feels beautiful, that feels loving, that feels joyful, that feels light, that feels easy. It doesn't have to be hard. It really doesn't. There's going to be rhythm. There's going to be the law of rhythm. So there's going to be moments where your energy is not going to be the same. There's going to be moments where you're going to feel really happy and moments you're going to be like, wow, I'm not as happy as I was earlier. What happened? There's going to be contrast in your life. There's going to be things that are going to happen. You're not going to make the same amount of money every day that you want to make. Your business is not always going to 100% be exactly how you want it to be. You're going to lose people in your life. You're going to change. Your kids are going to grow up. I'm going to talk back. But it's about how can you be the permanent, strong, resilient version of yourself that chooses to let things be easy, to let things be beautiful and sustainable. The other thing too, so Nancy asked a really good question. Do you have your daily routine available in your programs? Absolutely. The Millionaire Program actually helps you to determine what your daily routines are. But the beautiful thing about this, and I want to talk about daily routines, is that you can do your daily routines in a hard way or you can do them in an easy way. You can do them in the feminine or you can do them in the masculine. So, you know, some people will tell you that you got to get up at 4 a.m. and you got to work out and then you got to journal and then you got to do your affirmations and then you got to do your breath work and then you got to write out things 1,000 times, et cetera, et cetera. Or you can wake up in the morning and you can do what you feel you want to do. Go for your walk, make a matcha. Maybe today you want to visualize. Maybe you're not going to journal today. Maybe you're going to do a visualization. Like, it's about doing what's in alignment with you. And why do we do morning routines? Why do we do that? Why do we say that? Why should we do a morning routine? You're choosing how to start your day. That's it. You're intentionally choosing how your day is going to be started. So if you don't like writing things out a million times, don't do it. If you don't like getting up and going to the gym at 4 a.m., don't do it. Like, just because successful so-and-so does it doesn't mean you need to do it. The way for me to have created the success that I've created in my life is that I listen to myself. I trust my intuition. I follow what feels good. So if I notice in myself that I'm not as spiritually connected and aligned, I'll shift my spiritual routine. So I'll add some meditation back into my morning routine, or I'll add some journaling back in, or some breath work. So I do what I know my soul wants, not what somebody tells me to do. Completely different way of existing and living. So I can tell you what my morning routine is, but it is so fluid that I'd have to tell you every day what I did, because it's so different. It's just this beautiful thing. One thing that's for sure is I walk every morning. Now that it's not winter, I'm not walking in the snow. Not doing it. So now that the sun is back out, I'm loving it. Absolutely, absolutely loving it. So the thing is with my programs and my courses and the way in which we do everything is that I love this energy of what would you love to do and what feels good for you. But it's also assessing the feminine and the masculine balance. So I talk about this a lot in my Millionaire program and the Modern Mentor program. Manifestation meets business versus masculine versus the mechanical, spirit versus the mechanical. So it's about being in your feminine and trusting, but it's also action. So our thoughts are what make us open to receive, but our thoughts are what attract, but action makes us open to receive. So if you're sitting there and you're doing morning routines and evening routines all day, and you're not doing the do, what's going to happen? Nothing. Because the version of you that has all the success that you desire is making a difference in the world, is showing up every day and doing the things. Yes, Nancy. So I have 2 questions that I'm going to answer that came through that I thought were really, really beautiful. And then if you do have a question, please put a capital Q in the chat. And we'll do a couple of questions before the interview at 11 o'clock. So we got about 25 minutes. Yes, Nancy, put your question there. I want to do with the feminine flow. Oh, that's why you were attracted here, Carol. That's why you're with us today, because you have a desire to do that. And this is the exact place to do it. So the one question that came through that was really, really beautiful, somebody sent me this on Instagram, was that when they were younger, they can look back and they can realize that they manifested everything they wanted. So when they were younger, they were able to move the energy and they were able to get what they want. So maybe that's manifesting the partner and the degree and the job and the income and the car and the house and all the things. And they can recognize that when they manifested all these things that they wanted, they were in a certain state. So they had a certain level of excitement. They had a certain level of ease. They had a certain feeling of faith and possibility, and they just acted in this way of like, oh, I would love this. No pressure, no doubts, no worries, etc. And so what we're really talking about there is we're talking about a flow state. And many people describe flow states in many, many different ways, but for you, you can call it whatever you want, but it is a certain way of feeling. So when you are in a flow state, and there's always different levels of flow state, remember, but when you are in a flow state, things feel easy. They feel light. They feel energetically very, very loose. In a flow state, you are not attached to the outcome. So you are not going to be your best self only if you find the man, buy the car, have the business success. You believe that these are the things that you have available to you and you are worthy of, and so you simply move towards them. I would love it, and here we go. So notice a language is like, I was excited and I had faith and blah, blah, blah. It's a frame of mind. It's absolutely a frame of mind. What keeps you from your flow state? Tell me in the chat. Listen. Okay. We talk about these things like they are things outside of us that happen. So fear keeps me from my flow state. Doubt keeps me from my flow state. Worry keeps me from my flow state. Choosing fear keeps you from your flow state. Choosing to doubt keeps you from your flow state. Choosing to worry keeps you from your flow state. Stress is not something you have. Stress is something that you do. Fear is not something that you have. It is something that you do. Worry is something that you do. Anxiety is something that you do. It's very powerful when you take ownership of it. And so this is what I did, is I took ownership of it. So it's like, wait a minute, I want to be in a flow state, but I'm over here worried about XYZ. I want to be in a flow state. I want everything to be easy. I want everything to be happening the way that I want it to. Yes, but yet I'm worried that it won't. Or I'm doubting myself. I don't think that I'm worthy. Or I'm scared it won't happen. Or I'm scared what people are going to think of me. I'm scared that I'm going to be too successful and be judged. I'm scared that I'm going to lose my best friend. So what we're actually doing is we are choosing to focus on a possibility in the imagination that isn't real. So when you worry something might happen, you're using your imagination to create a scenario of something that might happen and then asking for it. So I have a friend that will not drive on the highway. Highways are dangerous. I could get in an accident. Okay. Does that belief serve you? But you'll fly in an airplane. But you'll drive on the streets with the street lights. But you won't drive on the highway because it's dangerous and scary. So what's going to happen if she doesn't change that belief and she goes and drives on the highway? She'll have an accident. Yeah. The number one reason that seniors fall, the number one risk factor for seniors falling is fear of falling. Not their ability to walk, not anything else. Not the carpets on the floor or things that get in the way or skewed vision or no, it's fear of falling. If they're afraid they're going to fall, they are more likely to fall. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. So flow state doesn't have those. So this question that this person asked me about, okay, I can see now that when I manifest what I want, I'm in this state. And when I am now not in that state, I'm not manifesting what I want. I'm manifesting what I believe or what I worry about or what I fear or what I doubt. It's literally a change in your mindset or your frame of mind. It's where you focus your energy and your beliefs on. So this whole training was designed to show you that love is always the answer. Love is always the answer. So when you fear, when you worry, when you have doubt, when you are in these states, move over to love. I was a registered nurse for many years, and I used to work in labor and delivery. And one thing that I found over and over and over again was that someone's experience of pain during labor and delivery was always directly correlated to their worry prior to the labor and delivery. So the woman that would come in worried that it was going to be really painful, that had already pre-planned that they were going to have an epidural, that the pain was going to be too much, they couldn't handle it, they're going to need an epidural, and they would have this language of like, I'm not going to be a hero, I'm going to get the epidural. And they would come in and they would be like, I need it, I need it, I need it, I need it. That experience of pain was horrendous. And yet, the women who would come in, this is natural, this is a normal way. I don't know that I'm going to get an epidural. I'm not quite sure that I'm going to need it. Their experience was different. And the more you stress, the more you worry, the more you doubt, the more your body physically clenches up, it tightens up, it holds on for dear life. And then you're not allowing your body to relax, to open, and allow that baby to come out. So then what happens? You end up with a 46-hour labor and a C-section. I would see it over and over and over again. So this is why I had a home birth with Reagan. I was like, nope, I really don't believe to have a home birth, to decide to have a home birth is an act of faith. When the world tells us that it's bad and it's horrible and you're going to need an epidural and it's safer to be in hospital and blah, 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 to do it in your home involves an act of faith. I trusted my body and God, yeah. And it's not to say hospital births are bad and that we shouldn't do it. It's a paradigm. It's a way of believing. It's a way of living. But what I witnessed over and over and over again taught me that I could do anything as long as my mind was focused on the right thing. The right thing for me. So I didn't do it because I wanted to prove something to anyone or to myself. I wanted to be at home with my baby and I wanted to sleep in my own bed. It wants out, we tense and contract in fear, and that's a sign language for headache. Yes. So just a little example of our frame of mind and how it actually physically changes the experience that we have in this world. Whether we fall, we have an accident on the highway, we have a quick, easy birth, or we have this long, prolonged things. And listen, we are heroes. Anyways, ladies, giving birth, it's the most miraculous thing to birth life. What I'm asking you to do here, what I'm going to talk about today, is nothing compared to what you've done. Nothing. Sign up for a course or a program and work on yourself, spend some money on you, become a better version, become happier, more inspired, more lit up, change people's lives around you. Easy peasy. It's hard if you want it to be hard, but it can be easy. That's my point. There's another question up here that I wanted to answer. How many times a day should I say I love you in the mirror? Lisa on my team, she's been paying attention. There's no perfect amount. It's how many you feel you want to have and desire. Yes. So we're not going to give you a prescription. This isn't about, oh, you know what? Based on your love level, I would say 3 times for 5 minutes each time and blah, blah, blah. No. How does it feel to do it? How many times do you think doing it would be helpful? What do you think would be inspiring to you? And then paying attention to yourself. Self-awareness is huge. Self-awareness is massive, because if you don't even know what makes you happy, what makes you sad, what stresses you out, what makes you worried, what you're afraid of, what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are, what triggers you, what activates you, what makes you super, super excited, how are you ever going to gauge whether or not the work you're doing is working? How do you know that you're growing? You feel different. You feel different, then your outside world changes. How to keep your subconscious mind from thinking negatively. I want to walk in gratitude, success, and wealth. So, how to keep your subconscious mind from thinking negatively. I want you to connect yourself back with your subconscious mind. So the way that you ask that question is like your mind is doing something that you're not controlling. And it does not. You control it. The subconscious mind will go on to automatic. So what that means is that it will just pull the natural thought that it's used to. So if you're somebody that's been quite negative in your life, And you might not be aware of it, but other people might have called you a negative Nelly or Nancy or Debbie Downer or whatever. They might have said that about you behind your back. That's okay, but maybe you're aware of it now. Your subconscious mind is going to be like, here's another negative thought, negative, negative. So you're going to perceive the situations all negatively. You're going to see what's going wrong instead of what's going right. Your automatic thought patterns are that, but you chose them. They didn't come out of nowhere. You weren't born with a negative thought pattern. You developed it. You learned it, likely from somebody else in your life around you, from experiences that you've had. So what I would say is, how do I keep myself thinking gratitude, success, and wealth? So take the ownership back of your mind. So this is where you become an observer of your thoughts, Laura, first. Observer of my thoughts. So when you observe your own thinking, you start to notice it. You pay attention to it. Oh, I just had a real negative thought. Oh, I just said something really rude to myself. Oh, I just judged that person that walked by me with those crazy pants. And so you start to become aware and observe. Then the discipline comes in. Okay, I just thought negative. What would be a positive version of that negative thought? How could I perceive it differently? That thought that I just had about myself that wasn't so nice, how can I be nice? And then be nice. How can I compliment that person with the crazy pants? Not judge them. So observe and then discipline it. The more thoughts of gratitude that you have, the more thoughts of success that you have, the more thoughts of abundance and prosperity you have no room for the other. So purity of mind is a chapter in Becoming the One, my first book. Second book's coming out in September. But the first book, Becoming the One, I have a chapter called Purity of Mind. And I love this language because when I think about a pure mind, an enlightened mind, an aware and awake mind, it is a mind that is filled with thoughts of positivity, of love, of inspiration, of gratitude, of joy, of acceptance, of compassion. So anything that isn't that lacks the purity of mind. Our ideal state is our natural state. And our natural state is love, peace, prosperity, joy, love, abundance, etc., etc., etc. Anything else was learned, and it's not real because it's not love. So anything that isn't love is not real. It's a delusion. It's a hallucination. It's not reality. You make it real by believing that it is. So we believe that it's normal to be stressed. No. I own a 8-figure corporation. I am the CEO as well as the face of it and the brand of it. And I do not feel stress. There are moments where there's a lot on my plate and I'm like, oh, something's gonna go. But I don't experience stress and overwhelm, and I'm not going to bed feeling like, oh, it's too much to do. I don't have enough time. I'm so busy. I love everything about what I do. I love my experience of life right now. And I'm always seeking to make it easier. The law of least action. How can I make my life easier, simpler, funner? I've been going to some sports games lately. So fun. Went to a Lakers game, the Leafs playoff game, just to add more of that into my life, that experience. The other question that came in too is around the past and experiences that have happened in the past. And so when something has come into your life in the past, time and time and time again, or maybe it's one big traumatic event, maybe it was the loss of a loved one, maybe it was a parent or a spouse, and we experience traumatic grief, we will change almost instantly. And the reason why we change is that the subconscious mind will be programmed reprogrammed in many different ways. Two most common ways are constant spaced repetition and emotional impact. And so emotional impact, let's say you lose the closest person to you in your life at a young age. You've been emotionally impacted so much that that experience will change you. You'll never be the same. But it doesn't mean that you forever need to carry the weight of it. You don't forever have to stay in that identity. So what's really beautiful about that is you can go back and you can revise the day. So that experience, that traumatic event that you have had in your life that changed you, you have a perception of it. There's a story about it. Things happened in the way that they happened. And the more that you tell the story, the more you remember the story. That story continues to tell itself over and over and over again. So if you could go back and revise the story, what would you do? What would be different? How could your perception be different? How could you be stronger? How could you be more resilient? How could you be in a state of gratitude more? How could you experience it differently and change the memory? Revise the day. It's a powerful tool. We are very, very highly advanced computers, but it doesn't know, our subconscious mind does not know the difference between a memory, what's happening right now, and a imaginative thought. So when you worry that you're going to get in a car accident, your subconscious mind doesn't know if you're in a car accident right now or you've been in a car accident. All it knows is car accident, car accident, car accident. So if you are visiting your memories over and over and over again, you're revisiting that traumatic event and that emotion and that feeling and that experience over and over and over again. Let's revise it. If you think you came through it strong, is it possible that you still hold trauma? I think the important thing to understand is that you will forever be growing in your life. You will forever grow and you will forever ascend. But if you believe that you're still holding it, you're still holding it. If you think you're still tethered, you're still tethered. You might have an awareness in 3 weeks from now. You might sign up for Millionaire and come through the program and message me and be like, Kathleen, I thought I let it go, but it is clear I did not. That might happen for you. But right now you're unaware. So let's not go and make an awareness that you're blocked or that you're tethered or that you're tied. Let's make an awareness that you're growing and you're expanding. What if someone hurts your child? Is this something that's actually happened or you're worried that it might happen? Right? There is bad things that happen. And so I'm not here to tell you that bad things don't happen and that you can avoid all of these bad things at all costs. But what I'm telling you is that we can become resilient, strong, powerful versions of ourselves that through the rhythms of life and the contrast, through the bad things happening, that we can still come out strong and powerful and motivated and inspiring and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Some of the world's most successful people have experienced some of the greatest hardships, but they've chosen to not remain in victimhood. Lioness, Laura. Do you know I'm a Leo? Leo the lion. Did you know that? Interesting. You're calling me a lioness. There you go. I'm just reading it. I was listening the whole minded subconscious just took in repetition of car accident and I have a big drive now. How do I let that go? What does reprogramming look like here? Do I say I will have a safe and enjoyable drive? How do I take out the other really and not just on the surface? Listen, you don't have to accept everything you hear. You don't. So I said something about car accident. You can very easily just move along. I don't have car accidents. I love driving. I love going everywhere. I don't have a fear of that. But when you accept it, oh man, you said car accident, must mean something's wrong. It's a sign. No, it's not. Do you know what signs are? Signs are there because you want them to be there. You're choosing it. Like, things have shown up this morning that have been crazy in the most fantastic way. But it's because I want to see it. I'm choosing to see it. I'm helping myself build an idea. So the signs help me. Do you think that there's signs telling me not to do things? No. Your inner guidance system, your intuition, will guide you towards what you want. I also believe that our spirit guides will guide us towards what we want. Our spirit guides are not in fear. They are not in worry. They are not in doubt. They are divine energy. They are in love. So everything is done in love. So anything that tells you not to do something, to be scared, to be afraid, I do not believe that that is coming from spirit. I do not believe that that's coming from God. I believe that that is coming for your own worries and your own fears, and you're choosing to see it. I'm sorry, I know, but that's my belief. Yeah. I really do believe that the devil is our own mind, our own negative thoughts, our own fears, our own worries. It's our human. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. And the human experience over time has been programmed now to be hard. So I am divinely guided towards. I am assisted towards. So if something isn't telling me towards, then I won't. But something that's telling me to stop, no. I think that's my human. Because the first thought is to do. So I knew the moment that I got introduced to Bob Proctor and Law of Attraction and Power of the Mind and Manifestation, I absolutely knew without a shadow of a doubt that I wanted to learn this. I wanted to grow. I wanted to expand. I wanted to study me. I wanted to study this material. I wanted to sign up for a course. I was like, here we go. I want to do this. Yes. I felt so divinely connected. So many people say that to me as soon as they meet me. I have been brought to you, or you are brought to me. You divinely showed up at the moment when I was meant to show up, and they just know. I just know. I don't know what you're selling, Kathleen, but I'm all in. And I'm like, let's go. But then I don't know if I have enough time to study myself. I don't know that my husband's going to give me permission. I don't know that I have enough money. I don't know that I'm going to do the work and follow through. I don't know that it's going to work. None of that is your intuition. All of that is fear and worry and doubt. The thought of, I want to do this and I want to be in this energy, that's your intuition. Shannon Beardsmore divinely met me in a bathroom in Florida, and she listened to her fear for 2 years. 2.5 years? 2.5 years. And what would you say to that, Shannon, now? Take yourself off mute. You're off. You can talk.
Oh, I'm off? Okay. I would say that's a bad move. Because honestly, I was just telling someone this morning that, like, yes, money is beautiful and circulating. You can have all the beautiful things, but I found my joy. I found my laugh back. I get to live life like it's meant to be lived. And like, I can't even tell you, like, the stuff that keeps happening to me is just like, what? It's so beautiful. So we met in a bathroom in Florida. I'm from Nova Scotia. She's from Ontario. And I was just attracted to her. I was like, who is this girl? So I was like, can we get a selfie? But it was so that I was there to meet her. And it was like, she was like my lighthouse. I say she's my lighthouse and a guardian angel on earth.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason why I say that is because looking back on it now, you can see that you were afraid. You wanted more. You wanted to be happy. You wanted to love yourself. You wanted, to be doing with your life what you truly feel passionate about, but you were in such a state of fear that you weren't in love in that moment. And so now you've moved over to love. I will say, she says, oh, it's not as much about the money, but she's had her biggest month ever, and, just made a nice hefty purchase at Louis Vuitton when we were in Toronto. So I will say that things are going very, very well for her. But I just wanted to give you that dichotomy, because most of you know Shannon, you see Shannon on the embodiment sessions, but she is very different from where she was a couple years ago. So growth can be as fast as you want it to be. And
it happened really, 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 really fast as soon as I said yes to myself. It was.
I know. I remember that. It was like, and this is the thing, is like, we sit here from where we're sitting today right now, and we know exactly what you're in for. Who was it? Was it Maura, or no? It was Janet that told me that when we have new people sign up for Millionaire, that she gets really emotional for the new people because she knows what's about to happen. Like, that's Millionaire. That's Janet, a Millionaire student who signed up, took the leap, chose herself, who now gets excited every time you see these people sign up because she knows what's about to happen. And so it's like, you don't even know what's on the other side of this. Like, you don't even know. We know. So that's how we can be more firm in what we say. But, I said to the team this morning, like, I will never give up on myself. I will never, ever, 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 ever give up on myself. And so what that means is that I will never give up on you. So if you are somebody that's coming onto my teachings and you're coming onto my trainings and you want change in your life and you have raised your hand and said, yes, I want more. Yes, I want more. Me and my team will forever hold space for you until you decide, yes, I want more. And you make that decision. Like, we're not going to give up on you. You're going to give up on you before we're going to give up on you. But then we're still going to be here telling you not to give up on you. And I always say this too, is like, if you don't believe in yourself right now, then borrow my belief in you. I'm sitting here telling you from an honest, authentic, genuine place that you can have it all. There are certain things that you're going to need to do in order to do it. And I've gone through them. I've experienced them. It's growth. It's ascension. It's decision-making. It's faith. There is a roadmap and a path to take. And that's what I've created. That's what the Millionaire program is, and Modern Mentor. Modern Mentors for coaches, Millionaires for anybody that wants to go through a healing and personal growth journey. And so what's really beautiful there then is that it's all laid out for you. But borrow my belief until you have that belief in yourself. I want to bring Michelle up if she's here. I think she is. Can we bring her up? Where is she? While we get her up, I just want to answer this question. No, sorry, it's Natalie today, not Michelle. Question from YouTube. What is the one thing that shifted to make you millions? What is the one thing? You think it's one thing? That would be a very quick course. Let me tell you. My identity. That's the one thing, which is 1,000 things in one. But I'll elaborate after this. Okay, Natalie, how are you, beautiful? I love your background. Where are you? Is this your house?
In my mind, I'm in Bali, but no, it's a virtual background.
It doesn't even look like a virtual background.
Special place.
Oh.
Love Bali. And I actually think of you when I think of Bali because culturally, it's a blend of masculine and feminine energy. So we're going to manifest it. I'm going to be in Bali with Kathleen Cameron.
You know what? I will receive that manifestation. I'm open to receive. Yes. Okay. I would love to be in Bali. So how are you doing? I haven't chatted with you in a while.
I'm doing so good. Oh God, I'm going to do the Lizzo cry because I text you. I was like, I don't want to do that. But I have such reverence and gratitude for just being in the community. And my life has just transformed in 8 months. So I remembered reading your book in September. And you stated that we are not our bodies. We are so much more. And I always felt like I was looking at Natalie and I wasn't in the driver's seat. And it wasn't until Deborah and Shannon invited me to a VIP day. So here we are again on VIP day. I think it was your manifest. And I asked you a question on forgiveness because I was in this state where I was in constantly lamenting and suffering and just, I couldn't move past it. And this is such a beautiful segue because I feel like you have moved me out of hell, just being in the material. It was a clear, being in the material allowed me to see myself more clearly, that I was pure love.
Wow.
I didn't need to hold on to any of that baggage and that stuff, that I am it. And because I was it, things just started to pour into my life. So I'm really grateful. Oh my God, I'm going to cry. Okay, so let me give you guys a backstory. I text Kathleen, and it was after the Grammys, and I watched Lizzo give a speech to Beyonce. And he said, one day, I know I'm going to do that in front of you, and here I am. So,
oh man.
Oh man.
I said to my team like this morning, I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to keep it together today. This is really powerful. So what made you, obviously you were in a place before where you weren't forgiving, where you weren't in pure love. So what do you think it was within you that said, hold on, I'm going to choose different? Because most people would stay there. They would just exist there.
Well, first, you spoke about I was living in fear. And so the day that I signed up for your program, which was mid-October, I was diagnosed with benign tumors all over my knee, so the front and my back. It happened overnight. And so from October to about January, I couldn't move. I was, I went through surgery in December, then I went to physical therapy and just trying to gain my mobility. So all I had was the material and to study myself. And so, yes, my physical reality was filled with a lot of contrast.
Yeah.
I wasn't mobile. My mom was also heading into, she discovered that she had 3 blocked arteries. So I was dealing with that. My husband's company was going through a mass layoff from 800 people down to 100. So things in my life was filled with so much contrast, but I was living from the end result. Because for many years, I have already built the ditches. I've created a beautiful brand, but it was stagnant because the only thing missing was the love for myself. I was holding on to baggage that was preventing the manifestation to come through. And so after that diagnosis, or it was that diagnosis, that I realized, you know what, this material, I'm going to get in the driver's seat. So I remember changing into my hospital gown, and I looked at Natalie in the mirror and I said, you are healed. And that's all I told her, that she's healed. Come forth today. Not only did my knee heal, but I went in for my labs. And after being diagnosed with Hashimoto for years, I no longer take pharmaceutical meds. And I can tell you it's because I gave her a voice and I healed her spirit, because I am it.
I don't think I've ever been speechless. I'm sorry. I'm so grateful that you chose you.
I'm grateful for you, because it was going through the material and just hearing your story of how you recovered in the hospital in May. And I realized this is what I prayed for. I prayed for a mentor who embodies what she teaches to pull me through. And so the love that you have given to yourself, you've expanded this field of love that propelled me forward. And I don't feel it just in you. I mean, gosh, the community is so beautiful. I've made friends. I talk to Shannon and Deborah almost every week. I feel like they're my sisters.
I love it. It's so beautiful because I see this happening with millions of people. Like, imagine this event, this experience, your voice, what you're sharing right now being heard by millions of people, what this ripple would be. When I think about our community that we've built here at Diamond Academy and the Diamond Academy family, anybody that's in a course or a program or on any of our live events become a part of our family. And it becomes this experience where we want to help each other grow. We want to help each other love more and make more money and have bigger businesses and better relationships and to stress less, and because we're all grabbing each other and helping each other to do that, we change everybody's experience. And so this is why I really, really feel called for us to spread this. They say like pay it forward. I think this is the best way to pay it forward, is to teach somebody else to live in pure love. And then they teach people to live in pure love. And then they teach people to live in pure love. And so it becomes this contagious thing that just ripples. And this is how we cure illnesses. And this is how we cure conflict. And this is how we decrease crime. And this is how we remove war from our experience, is through this. I really 100% believe that. Natalie, what's next for you, beautiful?
I can't wait. So meanwhile, my business also, I left out here's the cherry on top. Meanwhile, all this was happening. I just closed a $20,000 month within 2 days while taking care of my mom during her bypass surgery. And you know what? It was because, like I said, I created and, dug the ditches. It was all waiting up in the bank, trying to pour through. And I allowed it. I was in a state of receiving. So I'm truly grateful. But the next step for me is I can't wait to share this knowledge and blend it into my line of work with post-growth entrepreneurship, and just really help underserved entrepreneurs build the business that they love and create impact in their family legacy. So I just can't wait. And I'm truly, truly grateful for you and the community. I am. I love you.
Oh my gosh. I love you too. I love everything about this. And I'm so, so proud of you for choosing you. Somebody asked me a question, if you have somebody sitting in front of you, I think it was for the Marilyn Dennis show when they did like a follow-up. They said, if you have somebody sitting in front of you and they're in their lowest moment in their life, so they're the saddest they've ever been, they're really, really unhappy, things are going the worst, they can't see another way, what would you tell them? And what I would say, because I am somebody that, like you, has experienced, medical health crises that in the moment that you're in them, you feel like it's the worst thing that's ever happened to you and you don't know how you're going to get out of it. But I've also been so depressed that I wanted to take my own life. And in both of those moments, the only thing that helped me to move out of it was a tiny speck of hope of something better. A tiny speck. So if you can find that little bit of light and follow that little bit of light, it will grow and it will grow and it will grow until you see nothing but light. But you have to choose to follow the light instead of being overwhelmed and taken by the dark. And the dark is the most important part, because you will not appreciate the light unless you've experienced the dark. Imagine if nothing ever happened that was different. We wouldn't have the experience that we have. So these moments now give us an opportunity to grow and to become versions of ourselves that are here to serve others. And it's in the service of others, really, that we make a difference. But we have to really, really choose to see the light. So, Natalie, I am so proud of you, so happy. I can't wait to get an update and see how you're doing in a month from now and 2 months from now, because now you know that everything is available and possible when you're acting in a state of pure love. And now you've opened your heart to money. You've opened your heart to be congruent to money. So the sky's not the limit, because we have the whole universe. But truly you can do, be, and have anything. And you know that now. So I can't wait to hear. You know what? You should consider coming to Mexico. I think you'd be a great addition to coming to Mexico. I don't know why I just thought that, but anyways, you're going to manifest me in Bali, and I'm going to manifest you in my.
I am.
How about that? Thank you so much, Natalie. I appreciate you. That was so beautiful. I am like a bag of trees. Oh, my heart. Okay, we're running out of time here. I want to talk about some of our programs and what we do here. If you have questions that did not get answered today, please send them to my team. And maybe I'll do an Instagram live or a Facebook live or something and answer some of the questions. I want to make sure your questions get answered. But I know that there's many of you that that have been asking me and want to know about what we have open and how you can work with us. So I truly do believe that my purpose is, and my calling is, to help people to become the best of themselves, to become a version of themselves that they aren't yet aware of. So Natalie, the version of herself that she is showing up as today, right now, has always been there. It has always existed. She didn't have to go and become a new person. She just had to become aware of the version that was always there. And so I want to help you all to become aware of that and to create the reality in your life that you choose. There's this thing, though, where there is different levels of growth and different ways in which you can grow and develop. And the ways in which I grow and develop are through investing in myself. And every time that I invest in myself, I expand and I grow and I become an elevated version of me. So at Diamond Academy here, we have things for all people at all levels. We have free events. We have free content on YouTube. My podcast is free. I have all of that. But there are different levels of investing. So free stuff doesn't require an investment. It is not going to change you as much. It will help you. Absolutely. But to be transformed, not just entertained, but transformed, it involves a process of investment, of community, of awareness and growth, and personal transformation. And so what I have created here at Diamond Academy is a fleet of courses to help you do that. So the two that I have decided to open enrollment on this weekend are Modern Mentor and Millionaire. We have other courses that are not open for enrollment right now. So there's a course on money, there's a course on universal laws, there's a course on the self. We're not actively opening enrollment to those programs at this time because Millionaire is the flagship course and program. It is the most transformative. Everybody that's been on here has been in Millionaire or Modern Mentor. So they're sharing their growth and their perspectives from the transformation that they've had. Some people start off with different courses and programs, and some come right into Millionaire or Modern Mentor. And then we have some that come right into my mastermind, which is a 6-figure investment. So it depends on where you are. It isn't necessarily a one size fits all type of thing. And so, if you are someone that knows where you are and someone that knows what you want and you want the decision to be easy, then let it be. I don't want to be here to tell you that you need to overanalyze and you need to talk to so-and-so and make the decision. Just make the decision and let's go. So there's people who will today go and they will sign up for Millionaire or they will sign up for Modern Mentor and they're ready to go and they'll pay in full. And that comes from a certain level of awareness, that comes from a certain place. It comes from a certain level of confidence and faith in yourself. And so if you're somebody that feels comfortable enough to do that, then you go ahead and do that. So if my team can put the Modern Mentor and Millionaire link in the chat, please. I want to give you the opportunity to do that. Now, there's some of you that aren't quite there yet. You want to ask questions and you want to talk to my team. What's going to be the best? How much time is it going to be involved? What are the lesson names? What's included? All of these things. You can certainly do that. That's why I have a team here with me, is because I am not here to tell you exactly what you need and every single person needs the exact same thing. I'm here to tell you that we're going to help you no matter what. We are here to help you no matter what. We are going to find the right thing for you. I want every single person here today to choose to go deeper. I want every single person here today to choose to expand and become an elevated version of themselves. So then it's not a decision of, am I going to sign up for something? Am I going to expand? It's which way am I going to do it today? I think that's a fair way for us to all of us to move forward. You wouldn't be on here if you didn't want to grow and expand. And I'm also talking to past members of Diamond Academy family, or those that are going to be ending in a course or program soon. Why aren't you in something else? Why aren't you going to the next thing? Why aren't you expanding again? I would not be a good mentor or leader if I didn't encourage you to continue to grow and to rise. It's important that you move forward. We have a lot of people that move from millionaire into modern mentor, or millionaire and then they come on the retreat, or some of them go into my next level mastermind. So our goal here is to help you to elevate so that you can continue on your ascension journey with us. We call it the diamond journey because we want to help you to become that beautiful diamond, the higher levels that you can be. So millionaire is for people who are ready for a growth journey, for healing, reprogram the subconscious mind to become more spiritually connected and aligned, to change their identity, to have a rise in consciousness, and to change the way they show up in their actions. Okay, so we provide coaching and mentorship. This is to help you be better. We're not just here to make you feel good. I want to help you be better in all areas of your life. So you might be somebody that is heavily in the masculine. So you like to hustle, you like to work hard, you like to work a lot of hours in the day, you're a go-getter, and you're on that treadmill and nothing's happening. And so I'm going to help you tap into the feminine. I'm going to help you attract more. I'm going to help you change your identity and your self-concept. I'm going to teach you how to take inspired action. I'm going to get you to go to the spa and relax a little and to let and to surrender. See how I'm putting you in the feminine to go alongside with your masculine. You're mechanical. You're go get it. You're work hard. That was me. I was a work hard type of girl. I thought that I would work so hard that no matter what, I would achieve success if I just hustled. And then I ran out of hours in the day. What do I do? So now, no, now it's the feminine energy. It's the let, it's the surrender. It's going to the spa. It's visualizing. It's being spiritually connected and aligned. So it's both of those things. There's some of you that are so much in your feminine, you're not taking action. It's the knowing, doing gap. So you're over here meditating, visualizing, you believe, yada, yada, but you just won't do it. You're too scared. You won't go live. You won't launch your business. You won't talk to that person. You're just kind of paralyzed. You're a procrastinator. You need more of the masculine, the mechanical, the doing, which comes from the feminine. My programs are 6 months each. Breakup coach, Dawn. Breakup coach. Is that helping people through their breakups? I love that. That's a very contrasting time in people's lives. What happens when you break up with somebody? What's the common feeling? You've done something wrong. You're not good enough. You're not worthy. You're less than. You're inferior. You're rejected. Is that love? Are you in love? No. What a great career. Dawn, I love that. Each program is 6 months. Millionaire is 6 months, Modern Mentor is 6 months. So Modern Mentor, Dawn, would probably be an amazing course for you because it's specifically for mentors in the digital space. So I obviously have an expertise in building a multi-million-dollar business using social media through branding, but it's the manifestation that meets the business side that are really, really well connected. So I teach 8 lessons in manifestation in Modern Mentor and then 8 business lessons. And so Modern Mentor is also a community of other coaches and mentors within the space, and all kinds of coaches in all different areas: health coaching, manifestation coaching, real estate coaching, all of the things. So all different kinds. Millionaire is also 6 months. And Millionaire takes 3 months to go through the program, and then you create a 90-day action plan. 90-day action plan that you do with us. If you want to coach but need work on yourself, do you recommend Millionaire first? Why are you not a coach right now? You want to coach. I want to coach but need work on yourself. Yep, there is something within you that is not doing what you want to do. And so we're going to help you, Millionaire. Yeah, absolutely. And then you can move into Modern Mentor when you're ready. But Millionaire will help you to create the identity, the self-concept. It is so important to be absolutely fearless, brave, and daring in the pursuit of what you desire. Success does not happen by accident. It happens on purpose. So what's the common denominator of success? The common denominator, the one thing that all successful people have in common. They're willing to do what most people won't. So most people do the free trainings with us. Most people watch my YouTube. Most people listen to my podcasts. I'm not like most people. I made a $330,000 investment in myself, US. I felt it. It was uncomfortable. But that feeling, so when I think about it, when I go, okay, what do I really want? I want to grow. I want to develop. I want to help more people. I want to have a greater experience of time and financial freedom. And I want an even more extraordinary life, okay? So I'm telling you my true wants. This is what I want. So then something comes into my energy, into my life that's going to help me get there. And then it's like, okay, as soon as I consider it, I get this feeling. Whew. It's like exciting, kind of like I get kind of hot. And I'm like, whoo, hoo, 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 hoo. That's growth. You've now entertained the idea of elevating, of ascending, and you're feeling it. And so you want to move through that feeling into the next step. But what most people do is they feel that feeling and they go, oh, no, that's too much. And so you'll go back to safety and save yourself from that feeling. But we want to move into that feeling. So, when you're just about to jump out the airplane and you're like really, really scared. I don't know. The safe thing is to sit back down and land with the plane. But then you see everybody else jumping out of the airplane, saying how incredible and amazing their life is, how proud of themselves they are, how beautiful everything is. And you're walking off the plane with the same feeling that you went on it. And actually, it might even be worse because you didn't choose what you wanted. Let's jump out of this plane. Okay, Rebecca, let's go. What I always say though, is we're like the tandem jumpers. So we're the ones that have already jumped and landed how many times. And we take people all the time through the jump. And so we'll just strap onto you and we'll jump with you. So you're not jumping all by yourself. Yeah. How often do you open enrollment for Modern Mentor? I really like Modern Mentor when we come in as cohorts. So I love when they enroll together. And I have a coach in Modern Mentor, Deb Lays, and Deb really builds a connection and helps serve the community there. And I love when people come through in a cohort like that. But that question comes from an idea that you're not going to do it now. You're asking me if it is open later. Why? We're waiting for our manifestations to come. Yes, we actually had somebody sign up for Modern Mentor yesterday. I love this. I love when you're a go-getter like this. Like, I haven't even said Diamond Academy's open for enrollment. We had 3 people sign up for programs yesterday. They were so in love and acted in that love that they signed up, and I wrote their names down. Tamara, Sam, and I hope I pronounce this, Olija, Olija. My apologies if I did not say that right. Olija, but congratulations. I'm super proud of you guys. I'm so excited. You don't even know what you're in for. You don't even know. Well, maybe you do know, and that's why you did it. But we are going to, honestly, I don't know if I've said this out loud, but I have this like absolute knowing without a shadow of a doubt that we are going to help you change your own life. Like, without a shadow of a doubt, we're going to help you change your own life. So Millionaire and Modern Mentor, we're opening them both up for enrollment. Please speak to my team if you have questions. If you want to talk about payment plan options, there is a payment plan and there's a pay in full option, both on the website. We also have a third-party funder. So we have really wanted to give you all the opportunity that we possibly can for you to invest in yourself. I had somebody last month thank me for giving them the opportunity to invest in themselves. And I thought that was so brilliant, because it's an opportunity to choose to be an elevated version of you, to choose to rise. There is no greater investment than into yourself. Some people want to invest in real estate. No, I'm investing into me so that I can invest into real estate tomorrow. Yes, but I understand that the investment in me is what allows me to make more money to then invest into real estate. Now, I want to talk a little bit more specifics about each program, but I would love to know if you want me to talk more about Millionaire or Modern Mentor. So please, in the chat, let me know which course you're interested in more, and I'll talk more about that one. So if it's Millionaire, just write Millionaire, Modern Mentor, or you could put both. If you're not sure, if you're trying to decide between the two, you can just put both. Please let me know. And if you're watching this on YouTube, please put it in the YouTube. And if you're watching the replay, please let me know which one you're interested as well. So let your success advisor know. Oh, Millie, I appreciate you. I'm so grateful. You don't want to miss these programs and community. It's life-changing. I love it. That makes me so incredibly happy. I want to answer one question here because this is really good. I built my self-empowerment business coaching and launched in April. However, I'm looking on how to get clients soon. I'm doing postings, videos, networking, and I have so many companies that tell me they can help me get a lot of clients. How will Modern help me in this area? I want both programs, but I can't get both. So Nancy, let me tell you something right now. Your business is built based on you. It is 99% consciousness and 1% strategy. I believe this. That is a quote that actually came from Robert Russell in You Too Can Be Prosperous. And he also talks about this in God Works Through Faith. Bob Proctor believed that it was 95% mindset and 5% strategy, which he got from my friend Kathleen Weishaupt. But I believe it's 99%. So what that means is you cannot take an action. You cannot do something in your business without your consciousness attached. You can't do a strategy in your business without your limiting beliefs. You can't do it without your mindset. You can't do it without your level of inspiration. You can't do it without feeling an emotion. You can't do it without how you see you, your identity, your self-concept. So yes, there's a lot of people out there, business coaches specifically, that want to show you how. Do this, do that, do this, do that. If strategy was the key, every single person in this entire world would be a multi-millionaire or billionaire We would just say, do this. It works every single time. Let's go. So why do strategies work and they don't work is because it's the underlying consciousness that makes it successful or not. So people ask me, Kathleen, how did you do that? Don't ask me how, ask me what I thought. Don't ask me my strategy, ask me what I believed about me. That's the key. So many people ask me, please teach me strategy, Kathleen. I want to know how you do your business. I want to know how you grow it, how you get clients, how you brand yourself on social media. Please, 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 please. And I'm like, okay, but I want to make sure that you're empowered first. I want to make sure that you're really, really connected to your personal power. I want to make sure that you're fearless and daring and brave. I want to make sure you see yourself as an icon. I want to make sure that you are so powerful, inspired, and lit up that you are vibrating, your toroidal field is just exploding and ever expanding. Then I'll tell you. And that's Modern Mentor. So that's why I built Modern Mentor the way that it is. And you don't need to go anywhere other than Diamond Academy to do it. How do I know that? I haven't. I have had coaches and mentors. Absolutely. I have hired people, but they help me with me. The strategy that I use this event right now, 3 days of pure love. Nobody taught me this. I just wanted to do it. I love it. I love showing up once a month. I love talking for 2 hours a day, 3 days in a row. I love bringing people on and inspiring them and showing them what's possible and giving them an opportunity to shift and change. And so it's about creating the strategies that work for you, Nancy, and we can help you align with that. And the comment, I want both programs, but I can't get both, that's what you currently believe to be true. But there is a reality in which you can. There's a reality in which you can take whatever course you want. There's a reality that you can come to Mexico in October for my Rise retreat and be in Modern Mentor and then take Millionaire next year. It's what would you love and where would you like to go and who would you like to be? So it's about tapping into that energy, right? How do you get past lack of trust? By trusting. Isn't that a great question? How do you get past lack of trust? So let me tell you something. Okay, so faith is really important to me. I have faith written on my arm here. And the reason that I did that is because the moments that I've achieved the most success in my life, and I don't mean financial, yes, financial, but I also mean success as in like loving myself and success as in like my best days. And, when I've been my happiest or my calmest or my daughters have had their best days or whatever, it's always been when I've been in a state of faith, when I've chose faith. So I had my daughter's father, Chris, he called me one day and he says to me, I made a decision. I said, what's your decision? And he goes, I've been thinking about this and I've been worried about that. And I've been analyzing this. And I just decided today that I'm just going to say, fuck it. And I'm going to have faith. And I was like, I love that. And how does that feel? And he goes, it's the most freeing experience I've ever had. I've just decided I'm going to have faith today. I'm like, okay. And ever since that day, he's been different because he chose to just have faith. What does that mean when people say, oh, just F it, just fuck it? What are they saying? What are they saying F it to? To the fears, to the worries, to the doubts. So you're literally saying, I'm just not going to give that any attention anymore. And I'm just going to do what I want to do. And it's going to be the best decision that I've ever made. And then I'm going to come on and I'm going to share my story in 3 months on Kathleen's live training. Literally, we've shown you time and time again, these examples of people that are literally making decisions for themselves. And the course of their life is shifting through that decision making. I wrote a few things down, which I thought was really, really powerful. I was having some thoughts this morning as I was getting on with my team, and this just came through me. You don't know what you don't know. Okay? You can't be what you won't decide to become. You will never be what you won't decide to become. And you can't have what you aren't willing to go and get. So like if I want dinner, I've got to go into the car and pick it up. I've got to go get it. I can't just sit and hope that someone knows what I want and orders the food for me and brings it to me. I have to make a new decision. And so the decisions don't have to be hard. They really, really don't have to be hard. Kathleen, I love the swearing. It's so powerful. Here's the thing. I'll be totally transparent and honest with you guys. I love to swear. I don't know what it is. I just, in my personal life, I drop some F-bombs, okay? But on a live Zoom, especially something that's going to be like on YouTube or like the replay is going to exist till the end of time, I'm like, no, I'm going to try to be a little bit more professional. But I had to say the full word so that you felt it, you know, but you probably won't hear it again because I just feel like it's, you know, but it's powerful. What is language anyway? And who says it's a bad word? It's just a belief. It's just a paradigm. Anyways. Okay. Did I answer all the questions about the programs? Let me know. I've spent a lot of money on coaches that gave strategy and it didn't help. I've spent a lot of money on coaches that gave strategy and it didn't help. Huh. So then what would help, Dawn? I'll leave it there. I didn't know that. Oh, wow. Oh, okay, here's a good question. For those that do not currently have a business, can you highlight what they can gain from Millionaire? Oh, yeah, this is beautiful. So I do help purpose-driven entrepreneurs. I help people that have businesses, yes. But this is about your experience with life. This is about how you live your life. This is how every day feels for you. This is about how you feel about who you are and how you feel about the relationships that you have and the life that you're living and all of the things. And so people come into this and they're like, okay, well, maybe I'll sign up for Millionaire so that I can figure out what business I want to do. And then I'll do that business. Sounds good. But they get in here and they're like, oh my gosh, Kathleen, this is about an awakening. This is about spiritual connection. It is about becoming one with the divine, which is far more powerful than business. And then what ends up happening is you realize that you can do whatever you want. And maybe you're not in a rush to do it. And maybe you are. Maybe you want to make millions, but maybe you want to make 1 million. Or maybe you realize that your life is a complete blank canvas and you can do whatever you want. But if there's anybody in Millionaire right now that's not a business owner and would benefit from that, has benefited from Millionaire, please let them know in the chat, because I think it's a great question. Okay, did I get it all here? Did I answer all the questions? Let me know if there's any more. We've got about, I'm going to do the guided visualization about 5 minutes to 12. So let me know. I learned about me. I thought I needed to learn about business, but what I needed was to learn about me. So I have some pretty powerful beliefs that I think are beneficial beliefs to have. So whenever I invest in myself, I make it back 2 to 3 times. I believe that. So if you look at Millionaire, it's 10,000 US dollars, 10,000. I invested less than that. I invested 8,000, I believe, in my very first course and program. I would invest in a degree, a master's degree, a bachelor's degree with ease. I would have taken out a loan and done it because everybody says that you should have a degree. I ended up with no job, with a piece of paper with some letters beside my name, and unfulfilled and poor. Then I spent 8,000 on myself for personal growth and development. And I'm a multi-millionaire living absolutely my dream life, extraordinary dream life. So I do believe that investing in you, not to get a degree, not to get a certification, not to know something, but to be something, comes back double, triple. So if you believe that you can make back $10,000 over your lifetime in Millionaire, then it's worth the investment. Because the spiritual currency that you will get from Millionaire Program, you can't even put a price on it. If you think that you're going to double your money over your lifetime by joining Millionaire, well, then it's absolutely, would you not double your money? If you knew that you could spend $10,000 and make $20,000, you would do it like that. But you just don't believe yourself. You don't believe in yourself, so you won't do it. You believe in a degree, a piece of paper that's going to say, oh, you're amazing. Yeah, you can't put a price on loving your life. Ugh. Quote that. Ain't that the truth? I 10x my income. Was it hard to let go of the identity as a medical professional and the master's educated woman? It was an important release, Karen, to let go of the artificial titles and names that made me feel worthy. So all the degrees, all of the education, I was a director in healthcare. So I had like hundreds of staff. I ran meetings. Like I was like the boss. And I had all these degrees and all these certifications. My name was like Kathleen Cameron, blah, 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 blah. So I believe that my worthiness was tied to all of that. So I would say, I have this, I have that, this is my job title, this is what I do, this is the money that I make, blah, 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 blah. I don't talk about that. I don't have it on my website anywhere, all my degrees, all my experience. It's not something that I feel makes me worthy. And so it's about detaching from whatever thing that you think makes you who you are. You is who you are. Your awareness, spirit, pure love is who you are. I don't want to be known for the amount of money I make. I want to be known for the number of people that I've impacted. I want to be known for how happy I was. I want to be known for how much love I gave. I want to be known for how special people felt in my presence. I want to be known for being the light in a dark room. Those things make us who we are, though, right? If you believe they are who you are. I'm not my degrees, I'm not my experience, and I'm not the amount of money in my bank account. Yeah. And you know, money isn't a deciding factor of your worthiness either. There's a lot of people that have a lot of money that do not feel worthy, who are unhappy, who are sad, or who are depressed, who are angry. So when I talk about wholeness, I'm really talking about wholeness of all of you. It's the wholeness of the experience that you're going to have here today. So it's about being your healthiest, your happiest, and your wealthiest, all three. I don't want to forego one of them. I don't want to be like, okay, well, in order for me to be happy, I have to be wealthy. No. And you can be wealthy, but not be happy and not be healthy. You can be healthy, but not be happy. You can be healthy and not be wealthy. So to me, it's wholeness. I want to really, really help you to have wholeness. Okay, see you later, Charlene. So it's really, really something that is created from the inside out. From the inside out. The other thing that I will say too, when somebody asked me, what is one thing that helped you to make millions or to move into like millionaire status, would be my ability to make decisions. So past version of me would leave decisions up to other people. So it would be like, where do you want to go for dinner? Should I do this? What are we going to do this weekend? Where do we want to go on vacation? What kind of flight do we want to take? I would leave all the decisions up to other people. Even we go for dinner, I'm like, well, what are you having for dinner? Because maybe I want what you're having. Right? And so my decision making came from a lack in faith and trust in my ability to make decisions. Does Millionaire help you make decisions? Yes. helps you with everything. I don't know what millionaire won't help you do, to be honest. I think that's a, wow. Yeah, I don't know what it won't help you with. I'll help you with everything because it's all about you and you create from your consciousness. But decision making is really powerful because I didn't trust my own decisions. So I went to other people to make the decisions for me. And we do that. We do that out of fear. We do that out of worry. We do that out of doubt. So I had one woman message me a couple of months ago and she said, Kathleen, man, I had an aha. And I said, okay, what's the aha? She's like, I used to say that my husband wouldn't let me spend money. My husband wouldn't let me invest. My husband wouldn't let me buy this. My husband didn't want to do this. My husband. And she's like, you know what I realized? It was never him. It was always me. I was just letting him say no so that I could just say it was him and I can hide from the fact that I was too afraid. So she's like, you know what? I went to him and I said, I want the money to invest in me. And he said, okay. Boom, just like that. So I truly do believe that money is always there and you will always find the money for things that you want. $10,000 is actually a very, very small amount of money. Compared to a car, how many cars can you get? Brand new cars for less than $10,000. Does a car make you more money? Does a car make you happier? Does it make you healthier? Does it make you love yourself more? Does the car put you in a state of pure love and gratitude? Does a car hug you in the morning and tell you you're amazing? Listen, I drive a Mercedes G-Wagon, brand new, all white, and she's pretty fantastic. Okay, she's pretty amazing and luxurious and powerful, and she makes me feel real good. But she's not me. She doesn't do any of that for me. She doesn't make me money, I make me money. She doesn't make me happy, I make me happy. I get in her and I feel pretty powerful for the time that I'm in the drive. But I'm just giving you an analogy because we would do whatever it takes to have a car, but we wouldn't do whatever it takes to invest in ourselves. We'll take out a loan. We'll do whatever. I need a car. I have to have it. What if you viewed investing in yourself in the same way? Our cell phones, if you broke your cell phone tomorrow, if you had no money and you broke your cell phone tomorrow, you'd go get another one. You'd find the money. It would show up for you. So it's the same thing. I'm just giving you an analogy to understand that anything you want is there and it happens and it works out for you, but you have to ask for it. And so are you even asking for it? So I don't say, okay, do I have the money to do what I want? I say, do I want to do this thing? And then I will ask for the money. So there's something that I want to do right now. There's something that I want to invest in right now. And it's a big investment. And so I'm not asking, do we have the money in the bank? Is it possible? Can I afford it? Yada, 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 yada. No, that's not the question that I ask. The question that I ask is, would I love to do this? You know what? Yes, I would. If I had $10 million in the bank account, would I do it? Yes? Okay, that's my answer. I know I want to do it. Is this going to benefit me and help me? Yes? Okay, great. Is this going to make me happier, healthier, or wealthier? Yes? Okay, I want to do it. So then I know that this investment is the investment that I want to make. So then I ask for the money. Universe, please show me the way. Please allow me to see the path. And so it does not take long for the money to come to me because I believe that I have created a demand for the universe to supply me with the money in order to make the investment. So sometimes the money will come completely in one lump sum, exactly what I want, and then I'll make the investment. Or sometimes I'll do it in a payment plan. So if it hasn't fully come through, I'll do it in a payment plan. So let me just ask you this before we go into our visualization. I want to do the visualization before we end. How many of you know that you would love to stay in our energy? that you would love to be in a course or a program with us? Just put me in the chat. Yeah. I'm not asking you to like pay for something right now. I'm not asking you for your credit card. I'm just getting you to tap into a desire or a want within you. That's it. I'm just getting you just to ask the question, would I love it? Would I love it? And so the next idea is like, okay, so is it possible? Could I? Is it available to me? And then we can help you with that. So this is why I have a team, is to help you see the ways in which we can help you to make it possible for you. I want nothing more than to be interviewing all of you on here and you making me cry like Natalie did today. Okay? Yeah. So let's do it. Let's visualize. Jen, are you ready? Are you ready with this? So I want you to sit nice and comfortable in your chair. No legs crossed, no hands crossed. Your palms facing up in receiving mode. And then my team, just let me know how the sound and the volume and everything is. Okay, is Jen ready? I don't know, we're waiting. She might be having some technical difficulties because I went way past. Oh, here we go. Okay, so take a nice deep breath in. And I want you to start by focusing on your breaths. So clear your mind. Nice deep breath in. And release. And with every breath, on the exhale, I want you to release fear, release worries, release doubts. And as you inhale, I want you to breathe in inspiration. I want you to breathe in love. And breathe in gratitude. Now I want you to visualize on the screen of your mind a funnel of lavender energy circling above your head. And that lavender energy swirls through the crown of your head. And as it swirls through, you feel the energy growing within you. You feel the power growing within you. It swirls through your head, your neck, through your shoulders, through your abdomen, through your hips and your legs. And it goes right through your feet to the center of the earth. This is your oneness. Feel the fullness of who you are and the fullness of spirit with you. Now, in your imagination, I want you to picture the happiest version of you. I want you to picture you in pure health and what it would be like to be wealthy. On the screen of your mind, I want you to visualize your life when you have everything you've ever wanted. time freedom, financial freedom, the love you've always wanted, the money you've always wanted, the physical movement you've always wanted. And I want you to pay attention to what you see in this moment. Who are you with? What are you celebrating? What are the experiences that you're having? Are you with your family? Have you paid for their trip to wherever you are? Are you out to dinner? Celebrating a milestone? Are you out on a hike overlooking the ocean? Are you in your new home having a housewarming party? What is the experience that you've always wanted that you're now having? Now, wherever you are in this vision, I want you to find a mirror on the wall. It could be your reflection in the ocean or on a lake. But I want you to see a mirror and I want you to walk over to it. And in this mirror, you see yourself head to toe. This version of you has it all. True wealth, true freedom. You are health. You are grateful. You are inspired. You are brave, courageous, daring and bold. And you are pure love. You don't seek love outside of you. You feel it from within. And now as you look in that mirror, I want you to look at yourself the way you looked at the other person that you loved the other day. Look at yourself in your eyes and say, I love you. And embrace yourself. You are love. Allow that feeling of love for yourself to stay with you all day today. Okay, bring yourself back. I just want to read something really, really quick from one of my readings that I found. So many of you are sending me love quotes, but this one is one of my favorites. It's from Florence Scovel Shinn and How to Play the Game of Life and Win. Real love is selfless and free from fear. It pours itself out upon the object of its affection without demanding any return. Its joy is in the joy of giving. Love is God in manifestation and the strongest magnetic force in the universe. So there is no manifestation without love and without God. And so please, as you move forward today in your life, choose love over fear, and you will forever be awake and enlightened and you will forever be happy. And you will literally change your experience. So we're going to end today